Buenos dias and welcome to mi hacienda. I am Daniel, and my brother Caleb is about to eat a hot dog.
And I'm Caleb.
And this is WolfpackATTAck.
Rare. Now this is his thing, so I'm going to eat my hot dog.
Okay. Well, this is part 2 of the Mighty-Morph-a-thon. Go find part 1 if you haven't seen it. But we're going to be reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2. So, this season's great. It starts off right where the last one left off. And Rita Repulsa is overthrown by Lord Zed. And Lord Zed is awesome. He's completely created by Saban. And completely just made by the American directors of Power Rangers, not by Super Sentai. And so, basically, Super Sentai's season ended in Japan, and in America, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers became a phenomenon. So they were like, we can't just stop and replace them. So they bought the props from Japan and just started making it by themselves. They didn't use Japanese footage. And so, partially they didn't. But, so anyway, I can't remember if this started in Season 1 or Season 2, but there was a green candle, and it was burning. And the more it burned, the more Tommy, the Green Ranger, was losing his powers. And so, eventually it did burn out, and the Green Ranger was no more, and Tommy left the show. And so, as Lord Zed started getting more powerful, he had these new putties called the Z putties. They're basically the same. They just have a Z on their chest, and the Rangers have to stab it instead of beating the putties up in order to defeat them. And so, eventually Zordon and Alpha say, Zed's getting too powerful, so we need a new 6th Ranger now that the Green Ranger's gone. So they create the White Ranger, and they let Tommy come back. And he assumes the role as the leader. And around this time, Austin St. John and Walter Jones, and the actor who plays Trini, who passed away sometime in 2001. I forgot to mention that in the first part, but she did. And it's really sad. But anyway, they wanted more money, and Saban said no. And so they just quit coming to film the show. So they started reusing footage and getting stand-ins and voice acting their roles. So then eventually we get 3 new people to be the Red, Yellow, and Black Rangers, which is Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. Adam and Aisha are pretty good replacements for Zach and Trini. Because, Adam's just that funny guy. He's just always joking around. He's hardly ever serious. And Aisha gives advice, I guess. She's pretty different, but she fits the part. She's there. Now, Rocky, don't get me wrong. Rocky's cool. I do not hate Rocky. But he isn't a good Red Ranger, in my opinion. He just, in my opinion, the Red Ranger should always be the leader of the Power Rangers. That's just how it is to me. And I don't feel like Rocky... Well, Rocky wasn't a leader. Tommy was the leader. He was the White Ranger. Now, one of the first things Lord Zed does is he destroys the original Zords, which were dinosaurs, which I forgot to mention in the last video. But, so, of course, Zordon's like, Rangers, we need new Zords, and I know how to get them. And so they go on, they, eventually acquire new Zords. The only one I remember is the Red Dragon Zord, and the White Tiger Zord, which was what the White Ranger got. In which the White Ranger was actually from the newer season in Japan, so they just kind of mixed them in there, and all the Zords were from the next season. So that's kind of weird, but they did that. So, and Bulk and Skull, they're trying to discover the Rangers' identities and who the Rangers are. And it's really funny because they're just going like so far in order to find out who the Power Rangers are. Even though, like, you know, anytime they see them, they're like, you know, they think that the main characters are losers. And eventually Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, because Rita Repulsa eventually returns and marries Lord Zed. And that's kind of when Lord Zed was getting like goofier, because parents were sending letters saying like, yeah, Lord Zed, he's freaking our kids out, because like his brain was like coming out of his head and stuff. And he was all like muscular and awesome. And he gave Goldar wings. You know, Goldar, he's all, I will destroy the Power Rangers, and I will destroy the White Ranger. He's weird. And so yeah, they get married, and he kind of got goofier after that, and not as cool. But I still like Lord Zed. He's one of the best villains in all of Power Rangers. Probably is the best. And so, yeah, I really like Season 2. It's kind of in the middle to me. I probably like Season 1 better, but Season 2 is definitely really good. And that's about all I have to say. Tommy gets into a relationship with Kimberly and stuff. And so, until then,
We are WolfpackATTACK!
Rear! Tyrannosaurus!
Mastodon! See you next time!